Oh man, you guys are never gonna believe the sick deal that I got today. In this special secret episode of What Did Mike Tendo Get? A Lundra, complete, for $29.95. That's such a good deal. Oh man, I wonder what the disc looks like. Ugh, right? Ugh. Well, if you couldn't see it before, I'm gonna show you a little bit of a close-up so you can get a better understanding as to what it looks like. That right there. Now, you may have seen this before on different types of PS1, PS2, Dreamcast, really any disc-based game. You'll see that sometimes there's this gunk on them. And essentially what this is just rental places like mom and pop places who are like, you know what, we're gonna own this. We're gonna make sure that we stamp this with our name and our information on it, so that way everyone knows that it's ours. Well, yeah, genius, the problem with that is that now you've ruined the disc. Or have you? Let's try and fix it with a helpful tip from our good friend Daria Plays, who's part of the Multitap Network. Now, I've never seen this fix before, ever. I looked online and Googled and couldn't find anything, but believe it or not, this supposedly works, so we're gonna give it a shot. And if I ruin the disc, well, Daria, you owe me a copy of Alundra. What you're gonna need for this is mineral spirits. Yes, mineral spirits. Now you can get this at any Home Depot. Supposedly they sell it at craft shops as well, but I did not see it at my local craft shop. So I went to Home Depot and picked up odorless mineral spirits. Now, this cost me about $9 for the bottle, $8 to $9. Now what this stuff does is, it's typically used on oil-based paint, and what you can do is very gently lift or rub away the marking without ruining the silkscreen implementation on the disc. If you notice on the disc itself, this disc is silkscreen, meaning what they did was they silkscreened the image on using silkscreen technology. Silkscreen. So what you could do is use this along with a microfiber towel. Now these, again, this is a huge 24 pack. I'm probably gonna use it for washing my car or whatnot, but you could also use these. These, again, you can buy them at Home Depot. They're like $8, $9, so the whole thing cost me close to $20 approximately. But I'm gonna get use out of these no matter what. And as far as this goes, well, who knows? Now there are other people that have said that rubbing alcohol works. Goo Gone supposedly works as well for something like this. You want to stay away from heat guns because the heat can distort the actual CD itself and can damage the contents. All right, now the first step is going to be to take the disc out. It's in really good shape otherwise. We're gonna put this somewhere where it won't get damaged. And then what we're gonna do is take our little microfiber cloth and put the disc flat, so that way you can see it right here. Next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and open this up. Now what I recommend doing is, since you have enough distance so that you can cover the entire cloth, what I'd probably recommend doing is keeping this right in the center here and then taking this corner, either left or right, and just making sure that you have enough distance to wipe the cloth. Now you never want to go in a circular motion, you always want to go down or up or down directly through the center, so that way you're not damaging the insides of the disc itself. Now what you can actually do is just take a little bit of this and put the towel and just dip it. Just slightly dip it. Make sure you're not dumping the whole thing on. Now, you want to be careful about this because there's a possibility that you could rub off the entire disc. So be very careful, because if you rub too hard, there is a possibility that you may damage it. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. Now I'm going to go ahead and begin rubbing very slowly. As you're coating the area ever so slightly. And actually this looks like it's coming off a little bit. What I'm just worried about is that the entire thing is going to come off. So you want to be really careful and just gently, slowly rub with this microfiber cloth. Well, so far so good. We haven't seen anything rub off yet, so we're just gonna keep doing this. And if you want to use a little bit more, you can. Yeah, just put creamy white stuff all over this disc. Don't judge me! Now, I don't know if you can tell based so far on what I've done, but you can definitely see a difference. It's coming off. It's just gonna take some time. As you can see from the disc, the stamp has pretty much been removed. I just needed to work on it a little bit longer. But as you can see, you can barely see it from here. There's a little bit of residue right there, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off with the microfiber because you don't wanna leave the chemicals on the disc. So use a dry section to go ahead and rub it off. Now the next step that you want to do is wash this with soap and water. Remember, always wipe down from the center and then turn the disc as you wipe. Never go in a circular motion. Same thing for the front. Look at that, huh? Good as new. Now, I do need to touch it up a little bit more, but I wanted to give you guys an idea as to how you can do this yourself. And it didn't destroy the disc as far as the outside. Let's take a look just to make sure that it still plays. Thanks so much for watching Noob Repair. Really, kitty? Thanks so much for watching the second episode of Noob Repair. If you like what you saw and you want to check out more of the channel, check out Pixel Tunes Radio in this corner. It's a podcast where we talk about video games and video game music. And if you like that and you also want a review of a specific game, well, you may want to check out Dude You Haven't Played This Game in this corner. Dude You Haven't Played This Game is a video game review show that I do on this channel. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more.